Welcome back, Mr. Witness. May I remind you that you're still under oath?
Yes, sir. Wow.
And just be careful with your testimony. And say things in a way that are truthful. If you try to dilly-dally and come across as if you're lying, you'd have to live with the consequences. So you now have the opportunity to face the nation and speak the truth. Now let's move on to the migrants case. In 2005, July 2005, from 23rd July onwards, a group of migrants came to Gambia.
Yes,
sir.
About 50 plus of them were killed by members of the Gambia Armed Forces.
Yes, it's true.
Could you answer again?
Yes, yes, it's true.
Tell us everything you know about that incident. Step by step, blow by blow. Proceed, please.
Okay. After the Ghanaians.
The Ghanaians affairs. Then I was on duties at Kanilai.
One month.
We usually go for duties at Kanilai for 1 month shift.
1 month
If the 1 month is exhausted, you come back to Banjul.
Why on Friday? What time on Friday?
It was on Friday.
Around 12 sukudi.
Around 12 midnight.
Do you recall the month and the year?
I cannot remember anything about the date and the month.
He said, I cannot remember the month.
I cannot remember the month. I was there. At night,
Solo
Bojang came to my house. He said, go and answer to Tumbul Tamba. That's the time I just got up. I went to Tumbul's house. I said to him that Solo said that you called me. He said yes. He said, go and dress up, you are going for a patrol. That's the time he gave me his vehicle key.
Who gave you his vehicle's key?
Tumbul
Tamba. That's the time I went and dressed up. I took my rifle. I put it in the car. I just parked the vehicle around on the highway, around the main road. I sat in the vehicle and waited for them.
Which highway?
Banyon.
Because
that's the highway at Kanilai, just before the house of Tumbul. I sat there for long, waiting for them. As the time Solo Bojang arrived, he entered in the vehicle. Sana also came. And Alfidai.
Who is Alfidai?
Who is Alfidai?
Malik Jata. They entered to the vehicle. The other vehicle came. They also stopped for so long. And that's the time Solo said, let's go. That's That's the time we left.
How many of you?
Yen ñaata la woon?
Man sama moto bi.
Man, myself in my vehicle.
Man la muna ñu fu ñu moto bi.
We were 4 in number.
Ma bir moto.
Yes, tell us.
Wa benen moto bi.
But the other vehicle, I
don't
know who were there because it was at night.
Yes, so how many in your vehicle?
Yen ñaata yena nekkon ci sa biir moto bi?
ñom 3 ñafa nekk plus man muy 4.
There were 3 plus including myself make it 4.
Name them again.
Limaat leen seen tur yi.
Solo Bojang mu fa.
Solo Bojang was there.
Sanamanjang mu fa.
Sanamanjang was there.
Alfidai mu fa.
Alfidai was there.
And Alfidai is Malik Jata.
Alfidai mooy Malik Jata.
Correct.
Yes.
In fact, you would agree with me that in your vehicle were the most notorious junglers.
Da xam di nga nangu ne yow ci sa biir moto bi mooy jongula yi nga xam ne ñoom lañ gën a ràññee ci jëf ju bon.
Yes.
Ñoo gën a garaaw.
Ñoo gën a garaaw. It's true.
In fact, they committed the worst and most gruesome murders that took place in this country.
Da xam ñoom sax ñooy ñi nga xam ne ñoo bokk ci rey gu métti ak rey yu soxor yi nga xam ne xew na fi ci biir réew mi.
Yes, that's true.
They were notorious for drunkenness and smoking of cannabis everywhere.
Ràññee nañ leen ci ñoom ay mandikat lañ te tuxkat yi taay lañ fu nekk xamee nañ leen ko.
That's true.
Including yourself?
Bokk na ci yow mi sax?
Nah.
To drink?
I
never drink. I never smoke ganja. Never did it.
Is this Lamin Sillah?
Kii Lamin Sillah la.
Man yo xamulo ma.
You don't know me.
So bëggee. Huh?
Okay, Mr. Sillah, your drunkenness is not an issue before the commission.
Mr. Sillah, yow sa mbiri mandi daal nekkul mbir mi fii ci kanam commission.
We just wanted to understand the character of the people that were in that vehicle.
Dañ bëgg a xam rek ñi nekkoon ci moto bi ñoom lan lañ jikkoo.
But I am sure that all soldiers in the Gambia National Army are finding this so hilarious.
Waaye xam naa ne de ñi nga xam ne ñooy soldat yi nekk ci National Army bu Gambia yépp lii ñu ngi ko gisee lu doy waar.
Even yourself, you finding it amusing.
Ndax yow mii sa bopp sax yow na waar ci yow.
That you are saying that you've never drank alcohol.
Ne yaa ngi wax ne musuloo naan sàngara.
Ana cigarette.
Only cigarette.
Yeah,
it's finished.
Okay, Mr. Sillah.
Baax na.
The council, did the witness confirm that the 4 riding in the vehicle with him were, as you characterize it, the worst among the junglers?
Well, I am
sure. He had done this and that and that. If he did, if he could repeat for the record the names of those 4 that he considered the worst of the junglers, in terms of killing and all the torture that
Mr. Chair, I want to be fair to the witness. I said, and these people are the most notorious junglers you had in your vehicle. And so that would suggest the 3, Solo, Sana, and Malik.
Thank you.
So perhaps maybe he should be asked the question whether all 4 of them were notorious junglers. Would you accept that all 4 of you in that vehicle were the most notorious junglers?
Ndax di nga nangu ne yéen ñeneen ci nekk ci biir moto boobu yéen ay jonglers yi nga xam ne ñoo gën a doy waar.
The 3 of them are the most notorious.
There you have it.
And who were the ñett?
And who were they?
ñett yooyu ñan la?
The record.
Malik.
Malik who?
What?
Malik Jata. Alfidai.
Sana.
What does Alfidai mean? Does it mean all for die, all to die? What does it mean, Alfidai?
Alfidai moom lu mu tekki?
I just met people calling him Alfidai.
And who else?
Ngam Solo Bojang.
Have Solo Bojang.
And the third?
Lola Konde, Solo Bojang.
Solo Bojang.
Sana.
Sana
who?
Sana Manjang.
Sana Manjang.
Ag Malik Jata.
And Malik Jata.
Nyata plus mama driver.
And these three, including myself, plus myself, the driver.
But do you confirm that these three were the most notorious junglers?
ndax di nga nangu ne ñett ñi daal ñoom ñooy jongleurs yi nga xam ne ñoo gën a doy waar.
ñu moom dañ dëggal boobu ñu moom koñ dañ dëggal boobu trop.
Yes, they were most strong-headed people.
Well, we're not talking about Deger Bopa. Deger Bopa is not a crime. We're talking about being most notorious, being most brutal.
waxuñ mbiri Deger Bopa dañu ngi wax ki nga xam ne ñoo gën a doy waar ñoo gën a soxor ci biir jongleurs.
am na.
Would you say answer now?
Amna.
I know. It happened.
Is it true?
Degala.
It's true.
It's true.
What is true?
Lan moy dega?
Because ñom seen bir ñom kañ
waxal wax ju jup. ñom seen bir ñom kañ do wax ju jup.
Dama ne ñom seen bir mom. Doona war. Ñom amul ñu ragal.
They are not afraid of anything.
Because killing yep ñom la.
Because all this killing they are the one.
Like which ones?
Example comme Ghanaians.
For example, these Ghanaians.
Agban. And which ones?
My Ghanaians hamna guy participated because man I patrol.
I know that they participated that one.
And which other ones?
Agbanati.
Because ñom fele mom senen patrol. Musma bako ñen patrol. That day was my first day.
I've never gone with them on patrol. That was my first day.
Lama tumul wane.
As the time Tumul told me that you are going for a patrol.
You told the commission that killing, it's them. So which killings are you talking about? You've told us about the Ghanaians and which other ones?
Wax nga commission bi ne rey yep ñoom la. Yan rey nga ñu mëna waxaat wax nga ñu Ghanaian bi bana ci dess.
Ena sama wax mi la way nak Ghanaian ñoo ko lefin fofu.
Maybe because of the way I say.
Hamna ne Ghanaians ñom participate fofu.
I know that for the Ghanaians killing they participated.
The shooting incident, the attempted assassination of lawyer Usman Sillah, were you there?
Bi nga xamne fofu lañ doon fetel doon jema rey lawyer Usman Sillah yang fa won.
Lawyer Usman Sillah.
Lawyer Usman Sillah? No. I was not part of it.
Deida Haidara?
Deida Haidara bi nak?
Musma andañu sax.
I've never gone with these people.
Man kay joge kan bi dañ liggéey paré ñu ci jahna.
For me, the job at the working place, from there, all these operations, I have never attended any of them.
Mr. Sillah, if it emerges that you have participated in another operation, it may have serious consequences. Are you aware of that?
Bu fekkee ne feeñ na ne bokk nga ci yeneen opération ndax xam nga ne loolu moom di nga jàkkaarloo ak loi bi.
No problem.
No problem.
Good.
But when I participated, mom la law.
The one I participated, that's the one I said here.
So on this occasion, in 2005, you had these three people in your vehicle.
Bes bii nii ci atum 2005 ñetti nit ñi nga wax ne ñoom nga amoon ci sa biir moto bi.
Man sama moto bi.
In my vehicle.
Benn moto bi bo pickup bu black bi ci moto bi.
The other vehicle was a black pickup.
Mo ngi taw sama gannaaw.
It was at the back.
Who was the driver?
Ku doon dawal moto booba.
Bo mo xamoon fa nekk because guddi la dafa leen dem.
That one I didn't know who were there because it was at night and it was dark.
Waaw ñu nekk sama moto bi mun naa identify ñoom.
Those in my vehicle I can identify them.
Mr. Sillah, are you afraid to mention the names?
Mr. Sillah, xanaa da nga ragal pour tudda seen tur?
O dama ko ragal ma waaye nag tambo mu ngi daal man ni ma joxe caabi bi noonu laa toogee sama moto bi ñii ñëw
God knows I am not afraid because it was night and it was dark. But those who were at the other vehicle, I don't know any of them.
Who was the driver?
Kan mo don dawal moto bi?
The jonglers themselves drive their vehicle. But I didn't know who was driving. But for my own vehicle, I know who were there.
But of course, all those who participated in that operation were jonglers.
Wala ni ci loolu yëpp ay jonglers lañ.
Even first days buñ ma jox response statement buñ ma lola man gaay ma ñu nekk sama moto xam naa ñooñu.
That's what I said in the first time when I was giving my statement. I said those in my vehicle, I knew them. And I will never forget them.
But you were also a jungler, weren't you?
Why you tam jungler nga won? Ndax deet?
Different.
What was the difference? A jungler who wasn't taking alcohol?
Lan moy outé bi moy jungler bo xamné du nan sangara.
State House, man on the Bravo Company.
Time we finished our jungle training, I was taken to a State House to the Bravo Company.
Even
those that I gave their names, if you ask them, they say yes.
You participated in few operations.
Bokon nga ci ay operation yu new?
Which and which?
The execution of the Ghanaians. Of
Ray
the
bi ñu ray
West African
Ghanaian yi.
I said that at that one I was there.
And you did the jungler training.
Te janga nga mbiri jungler.
Yes, I did the training.
And you were based at Kanilai.
Te ya nga togon Kanilai.
Duties, lot of Kanilai, but 1 month when you are Banyu.
Duties for 1 month, then I come back to Banyu.
Permanent.
The junglers who were in Kanilai, they were there permanently.
1 month, so you had the man to the State House.
For me, for 1 month, if exhausted, I am coming back to State House.
And in State House, there were also junglers.
Just State House tamit amna ay jungler yu fa nekk.
They used to go there and fuel their vehicles and go out.
But there were also junglers based there.
Ñoom tamit jungler yoo xam ne fa lañ toogoon.
No, so is a State House.
If you see them enter in State House,
and operation.
They have their operation and do it, or they come there to fuel their vehicles.
Okay. So tell us what happened this day. You have these three, the most notorious junglers in your vehicle. Did they carry anything with them?
Léegi wax ñu nak la na xew bés bi nga xamné ñetti jongula yi nga xamné ñu gëna soxor ci jongula yi ñu ngi ci sa biir moto ndax amon na ben gannaay buñ gannaayo won.
Ku nekk am na sa gannaay.
They all armed.
Which kind of weapons?
Ban façon yi gannaay lañ amon?
I'm na sama AK-47.
I was with my AK-47.
Solo the same.
Solo the same.
Mali Jata ame PGL.
Mali Jata was having the PGL.
What?
Automatic grenade launcher mukame. PGL.
Automatic.
PGM.
PGL.
Automatic grenade launcher.
AGL.
No, that was different. AGL move for PGL move.
Okay.
It's two different.
Okay. Is
AGL
it different from RPG?
Uba.
It's different from RPG.
Want to know. We just want to know. So there's RPG, there is APG, and PGL.
Wow.
Yes.
Good. Malik, did he have any other weapon?
Malik, amon na benen gannaay.
Mom, living on me, weapon on me.
His weapon?
Me attached mom.
He was attached to him.
Okay. So the PGL, it's like double the
double.
grenade launcher and the bullet mouth.
Wow.
Correct?
Yeah, correct.
Yes.
Good. Did he have anything else with him? Like a pistol also?
Ame won na benen fetel wi mom.
Because jungle ñom ku nekk ngay pistol.
Yes, because the generals
personal pistol.
They all have a personal pistol.
Did you have a pistol?
Yo am nga pistol fetel yu ndaw yoyu.
AK.
Only AK.
Okay, good. So, and now these two vehicles, where did you go?
Legi ñaari moto yi nak fan ngeen dem?
When you Kanilai.
When we
left
Kanilai.
Solo mune patrol.
Solo said patrol.
That's
how we left.
Who was in charge?
Kan mo jité won group bi?
So Solo was the more senior man.
Solo was the most senior man. That's the time we went up to Kampenda. That's the time we took the Banjul highway. We are going.
Were you briefed about the operation?
Ndax waxon nañ len operation bi naka ngeen ko doxale?
For me, I was never briefed, but for the others. For me, what they told me is only patrol.
Then
we left. When we reached at Mandinaba, I asked Solo Bojang. I told him this is not our area. Where are we going to?
Can you tell us what happened when you arrived at Buyam?
Ding ñu mëna wax lan mo xew ba ngeen agé Buyam?
Buyam Solo received a call.
So Buyam telephone Solo received a phone call.
Received a call. Hello sir, good evening, Sir Excellence.
Yeah, I heard him saying, hello sir, good evening, sir, good evening, Excellence.
And who is addressed in that manner by the soldiers?
Kan la soldari de oye anam bobu nonu?
President.
The former president.
What's his name?
Akala tuda.
Yaya Jammeh.
What were they discussing?
Lan lañ doon waxtaane téléphone?
For that one I didn't know, it was a telephone communication.
And at this time, what were you going to do?
Jamono bi lan ngeen doon wara def?
In the vehicle, Solo didn't say anything to anyone.
What was your purpose at the time?
Lan moy won sen jubluwaay nak jamono bobu?
Hence, I was told about the patrol. I was made to understand that we were going for a patrol.
Was it not the case that you were going on an operation?
Ndax nekkul na yeen da ngay warona dem defi ben operation?
Nga so diga ne ya ngeen def ben operation fekka ba nga joge nañ la brief tumul tam na wone ya li mo xew.
If you think of another operation, that's the time you were brief. But for so that Tumultamba would have told you that we are going for another district. But Tumbul briefed his people. For me, I was told to go and dress up, and I was going to for a patrol. That was the concept that I took, that we were going for a patrol.
But of course, you are part of the group that would normally go on patrols.
Why da nga bokk nak ci groupe bi nga xamne légui ñom dañ jé dem di wuralu?
That day was my first day.
That was my first day.
Junglers pour man ñom this kind of operation bi.
The junglers to go with them on this kind of operation.
Ñom dañ am seen own pickup.
Because for them they have their own pickup.
Ñom ñoy defal seen bop.
They are the one who drive themselves.
That day was my first day.
That was my first day.
And which pickup were you using this time around?
Yo jamono bobu na yo ban pickup nga yoré wo?
Moy Toyota double cabin bu Tumbul Tamba bi.
Toyota double cabin for Tumbul Tamba.
And doesn't that pickup belong to the junglers?
Pickup bobu du junglers e ko mom.
Dede junglers ñu sa moto ñu ko peinture black.
The junglers, their vehicles is painted black.
Belemon ash color la.
But for that one is ash color.
Tumbul, wasn't he a jungler?
Tumbul ndax mom nekkuton jungler?
Jungler kañ?
He was a jungler.
Wasn't that vehicle officially assigned to him?
Ndax lolu du moto bo xamne dañ ko jox pour muy doxal ligéyam?
Moto mi sa dade la gis force muy dem patrol moto officer use am comme mo dem ba ñu yene mission la xamna.
That was the first day I saw that vehicle going for that operation.
But it is a vehicle assigned to a jungler.
Why moto la bo xamne dañ ko jox jungler?
So it was a vehicle for junglers.
What moto la bo xamne pour jungler la ñu ko liggéeyé?
Okay.
And you were selected to be the driver.
Yow nak ñu dal li la tan ngay dawal moto bi.
Correct?
Du non.
That day
I was asked to go for a patrol and they gave me the key. And that was the first time Tumul's vehicle go for a patrol.
But how would you know that?
Naka nga ko xamé?
If you are not one of them.
I do this 1 month.
I was in Canada. I usually shifted for duties for 1 month.
1 month.
Where I stayed, the junglers dress up at night. They go to Tumul and they go for a patrol. Tumul's vehicle never go.
Okay. But on this occasion, it was used.
Yes, on that day,
on the way,
said patrol.
On the way going for this operation, he received this call from Yaya Jammeh.
Legi ci yoon bi ngeen di dem nak defi liggéey bobu mu am téléphone bo xamne Yaya Jammeh moko o.
And he was saying, yes sir, your excellency.
Mu ngi doon wax yes sir, your excellency, yow kilifa gi.
And why do you think he was saying yes sir?
Lu tax nga foog ne mu ngi doon wax naan yes sir.
Bo mënu ko wax bi ko waxe téléphone la.
I cannot say that because it was a telephone conversation. What they were saying, I didn't hear it.
I concentrate my drive.
On that time, I was concentrated because I was driving.
We understand that, but on what occasions would soldiers say, yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Just answer the question. On what circumstances would soldiers say, yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Then the former president called him.
If the president calls you, you would not just be saying, yes, sir, Your Excellency. There would be a reason why you would say, yes, sir.
So the president, yes, sir, Your Excellency.
Why so
Well, when you are talking to him, when he's saying, you can always be saying yes, sir, until he's finished.
But why would you have to say yes, sir?
Yes, sir.
Because of he's the president.
Mr. Witness, stop acting. People don't say yes, sir, just because they want to say yes, sir. Correct?
Yes, sir.
They say yes, sir, for a reason.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it?
Yes, it happens.
And you just saying yes to my question.
Yes, wow,
because I asked of something. True or false?
I didn't get you well.
You just said yes to my last question because I asked you something.
True?
Exactly. And if I had ordered you to do something, you could also say yes, sir.
Yes, that's true.
In this particular instance, why do you think Solo was saying yes, sir, Your Excellency?
Yes, sir, Your Excellency.
Because yes, sir, because even these migrants
Even myself, I didn't know that we were going for this migrants. But on the telephone conversation, I heard him saying yes, sir.
Wasn't he saying yes, sir, because he was agreeing with the president on what the president said?
Nekut ne mong don wax yes sir ndik dafa anda a president bi ci kaddu yi nga xamne mom la ko president bi don wax.
That's what I am saying. It was telephone conversation.
What telephone? What telephone? Because
it was telephone conversation. What they were saying, I didn't know it.
Isn't it obvious that he was agreeing with the president with whatever it is the president was saying?
Ne lerut nak ne mom daf don nangu ak president bi ci lepp lo xamne na mom la ko president bi don wax mu ngi ci don anda motax mu ko yes sir.
Senaga?
How?
Because man bu ñu dé Kanilai ga waxuñu migrants.
Because when we left from Kanilai, I was never told that we are going for the
Mr.
migrants.
Witness, what I am driving at is this. Listen carefully.
Lima wax ni deglu ma bu baax.
Solo was saying yes, sir, Your Excellency, because he was agreeing with the president with whatever the president was saying. We don't know what it was he was saying. But Solo was agreeing with him. That's why Solo said yes, sir.
Xamuñ lan la ko president bi doon wax de waaye boo déggee Solo naan ko waaw kilifa gi dafa fekk ne lépp lu mu ko doon wax moom mu ngi ànd ci loolu.
Correct?
Du dëgg.
I cannot say anything about that one. I know that there was a telephone conversation. I know that they were talking telephone, but what they said, I didn't know it.
I'll just leave the issue and move on. The commissioners would draw their conclusions from the answers given. All right? Okay. So, as at Buyam, Solo was saying yes sir to the president.
Bangen ege Buyam, Solo mung don wax ne waaw kilifa gi. Bi mo wax president bi.
And then you proceeded on your journey.
Legi nak ngeen continuer def sen dox.
And at one point you said something to Solo.
Amna jamono bo xamne sax yow amna lo wax Solo.
Moy buñ agé Mandinaba.
Yes, that's the time we reached at Mandinaba.
What was it you said to Solo?
Lan nga wax Solo?
Because mama Solo ne yo fuñu because fi dusun area.
I told Solo, where are we going to? Because this is not our area.
Because patrol bogis.
Because any patrol,
area.
You are with your own patrol
area.
I asked him, where are we going to? Because this is not our area.
How did you know that?
Naka nga xamé lolu?
Because Mandinaba.
How did you know that each patrol has its own area?
Naka nga xamé ne kuy patrol rek fo nga am fo xamné fofu nga wara em.
We knew it.
The question is, how did you know?
Because on every team on your own boundary.
How did you know that?
Naka nga xamé lolu?
When we reached there, that's the time I know it.
How did you know that every patrol had a boundary?
Naka nga xamé ne patrol do hantu bo xamné yéen ko def amna fo xamné war leen ko wessu fofu ngeen wara em.
Comme man in those days man patrol.
In those days when I'm going for a patrol,
senior man
the most senior man who is leading the patrol, he can tell us that to stop at Birkama, don't go beyond Birkama.
And who was this senior man?
Kan moy won kilifa go.
The man come in those days lawa.
Yes. So who was that senior man in those days?
Demano bobu kan mo won kilifa gi la daan wax ne bu len wessu Birkama.
Li nga comme senior man wala juro bi ñu fa ñu lay daf bari.
Senior men usually shifted, there are many.
Give us examples of those senior men who would tell you not to go beyond particular areas.
Jox ñu misal rek ci ñan ñoy kilifa yi la da wax ne amna fo xamne war leen ko wessu.
Just comme time man was the
time I was at State House here.
Comme sparring patrol.
When I used to be going for patrol.
Some duty officer.
Our duty officer.
Lai
Jallo.
One you know same patrol fi Senegambia.
He used to tell us where our patrols stopped. Senegambia, Serekunda.
And
to Tabokoto up to Abuko and you come back.
Akanati?
Digam ki late Mambiran Sam ko gañu ko ran the same thing la de wax.
Who?
Late Mambiran
Sam ko gañu na.
Mambiran Sam.
The same thing.
He passed away.
And who else?
The same.
Okay.
When you were in Kanilai, tell us when you were in Kanilai.
Wax ñu ba nga nekké Kanilai.
Okay,
when I was in Kanilai,
patrol.
I don't used to go on patrol.
So how did you know that for those from Kanilai, your boundary was not beyond this place, Mandinaba?
Because that is from the
Bi nga nekké Kanilai naka nga xamé ne yeen fi ngeen wara em warta wessu Mandinaba.
Ana be Kalaji
from up to Kalaji
nga ne be Mandinaba
up to Mandinaba. They are all at the Foni. You can stop at block.
How did you know the boundary limitations of the patrol teams?
Yow nak naka nga xamé ne ñi nga xamné ñoy patrol fi lañ wara em waruñ ko wessu.
Sometimes the most senior man in the vehicle usually tell us to stop here.
Because you're saying patrol.
So what they are avoiding is you can go for a patrol and another barracks is also on patrol and you can collide.
So you are accepting that while at Kanilai you used to go on patrol?
Kon ya ngeen nangu ne bi nga nekké Kanilai bon dang dan dem patrol?
I don't used to go on patrol when I was in Kanilai. I told you here, when I was in Kanilai, I don't go for patrol.
But you just told us. Listen, you just told us that when we used to go on patrol, the senior man would tell us that you cannot go beyond this place, like you cannot go beyond block or you cannot go beyond this Kalaji. That's what you just told us.
When I used to be in Banjul, but for Kanilai, I never was for patrol.
Kala, that was my first day, my patrol.
Kanilai, that was my first day going for patrol. With Tumbul Tamba's vehicle and Solo Bojang.
Maybe the commission would just investigate your activities as a jungler. Because you seem to be minimizing your understanding of the junglers. Aren't you afraid of the truth?
I have nothing to afraid of. What I know, that's what I will see. What I see, that's what I will see. What I didn't know it.
All right. Okay. So you came up to Mandinaba. You told him that you are going too far out. What did he say?
He told me that you are a driver. Just drive and we go.
And then?
Then we continue.
Airport Johnson.
We drove up to Airport Johnson.
Airport Johnson.
Then he asked me to cough, to take a bend.
Look, did you refuse to go on that operation?
Because operation,
I was not told what to do.
Mr. Witness, you are not a member of the patrol team. That's what you claimed.
Wow.
You were not under Solo Bojang.
No.
No.
You were not under Tumbul Tamba. Why did you accept to go with them?
Tumbul Tamba.
You see, Tumbul Tamba. All the soldiers who were there, they were all under Tumbul Tamba.
But
then he was appointed as Kanilai OC.
In fact, so you are taking instructions from him.
He
usually gave us order because he was the CEO there.
So those at Kanilai that was a jungular operation. Because the difference between you and the others is that you did the jungular training with them. Correct?
Yes, that's true.
And you are posted there just like other junglers. Correct?
Wow.
Exactly. And you are going with them.
It was my first day to go with them.
All right. Okay, let's proceed. So then what happened after you arrived at Airport Junction?
Airport Junction.
When we reached at the Airport Junction, he asked me to take a cough. Then we went straight. I went up to the turntable. I still asked him how and where then. He asked me to continue.
After receive call.
Then he received a call.
Good evening, sir, DG.
Then he was saying, "Good evening, sir, DG."
And what does DG stand for?
DG mom lum teki.
Then he was talking to Daba Marina.
And Daba Marina was DG of which institution?
Daba Marina mo DG ban ligay kay.
NIA.
And then?
Then I was the one who asked Solo. I asked Solo, which DG are you talking to? Because he was sitting in front. Then he told me the NIA director. When he finished speaking with him, then Marena, he was directing him where the Ghanaians were, but Marena himself was not there. When he left from this highway, there was one supermarket there. If you left the Johnson, the other Johnson, where Baba Job lived, when we reached there, we were asked to stop. And then Solo just jumped up from the vehicle and ran and hit the gate, the compound gate.
What type of house was that?
Story building la.
It was a story building.
Black bundiker la.
And a black gate.
How do you know that was Baba Job's house?
That day I had somebody who was testifying here. I was asking who owns that house, and I said I didn't know. Somebody just testified here. That's the time I knew that it was Baba Job's compound.
All right, proceed.
And when Solo left, and he asked me to stand.
Reverse.
To reverse
the vehicle.
Then I saw Solo pull some ropes. Then I saw him taking some people from the house. Yes, you know, they pick up the double cabin. The truck is not that much big.
Yes, the back truck space of the pickup vehicle is not very big. Proceed.
Then he brought them and put them inside. And he tied them. Then I left the other people, and I stopped at some point. Then Sanamanjang and others were standing guarding my vehicle. The other vehicle also entered.
The same thing.
They did the same.
What is that same thing?
Same thing.
When they put 4 in my vehicle, they put 4 in the other vehicle.
Because Solomon going to coordinate.
Because it's Solo who is coordinating it.
Was it 4 they put in your vehicle or 10?
Unless you guide me there.
Let you be guided by the truth. There's a massive difference between 4 and 10, and you know what happened.
Yes, it's 10-10. You are right.
Don't play games.
I didn't play games. I usually forget.
How can you forget? How many? But you so easily remembered. So it was now 20 people.
20.
And how were they dressed?
How?
Civil dress.
They were on civil dress.
With the girls.
They get singlets.
Was there a woman?
There were 2 women, but they were left there.
Okay, and then what happened? So they were tied and put 10 per vehicle.
Yes,
but you would admit that to put 10 big men, 10 adults in the back of a double cabin vehicle, pickup vehicle, it would be very, very tight.
Double cabin.
Could you respond now?
Solo put all of them there.
And how were they put in there?
Naka lañ leen fa dugalé?
They are not comfortable.
They were not even comfortable. Because that place was very tight.
We have received testimony.
Amna ay sédé yuñ fi jot.
Who said
ñu né
that they were made to stand
né dañ leen fa taxawlo
opposite each other.
Ku nekk jàkkaarloo sa morom.
And 4 of them were bound by a rope.
Ñeneen ci ñoom ñu jokkale leen ak buum.
And they were pushed on the vehicle.
Ñu dal li leen pousse ci biir moto bi.
Yes, they lay on the floor of the vehicle.
Wow.
Waaw dañ tëdd ci suufu moto bi.
And they were bound together.
Dañu jokkale leen.
Dañ leen takka ñoom ñëpp dañ leen takkante.
Waaw ñu toogee nii.
The way they were sitting here, they were all tied together.
The hands and the neck.
Seen baat yi ak seen loxo yi.
It's only the hands, not the neck and the legs. The hands and the legs were tied. Those vehicles, those ropes that they used to tie for these vehicles, that's how he tied them. And he asked me to leave.
And what did you do?
Lan nga def nag?
I entered in the vehicle and we left.
Did you object?
Ndax yow bañoon nga?
No, I didn't object.
But at this stage, you knew you were going on a serious operation.
Waaye jamono ji nag xamoon nga ne yaa ngi dem ci opération boo xam ne bu doy waar la.
At this stage, you knew you were going on a serious operation.
Jamono ji nag xam nga ne yaa ngi defi opération boo xam ne day bu garaaw la.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes or no?
Waaw wala déet?
Yes.
Do you answer?
Yes.
Yes.
And at this stage, you could have opted not to be part of it.
Jamono ji mënoon nga wax ne bokkuloo ci.
Les council so dégg nga bañ fekka tout le monde daf la ko seppi wax la du set.
Lead counsel, if at all you are to refuse, that's the time you were brief on
because
it.
Because Tumbo Tamba small one you ngeen jël Ghanaians pour leen.
Because if Tumbo Tamba told me that I was going to take these Ghanaians to kill them.
Mr. Witness.
What he only told me is patrol.
Mr. Witness, you don't go on a patrol to just apprehend people or take people who are already in custody and tie them in ropes like cattle and force them in a vehicle if it wasn't going to be a serious operation.
Bude patrol kese la dem dalu do de dem jappani yo xamne
Solo Bojang ak ñeneen ñom xam nañ.
Solo Bojang and others knew what they were to do. But for me, it's only the time we arrived at the scene, that's the time I know what to do.
But at this stage, you could have refused to be part of it.
Why jamono ji mënon nga bañ ñamande bokkuma ci li.
If I was brief, I could have refused to go.
Yes, but now that you were there, you saw it with your eyes, what was going on, you could have refused to be part of it.
Waaye léegi nag comme dem nga fa ba pare te gis nga ak sa bët jaxaran li nga xam ne moo doon dox mënoon ngaa wax ne man daal lii duma ci bokka.
After bu ñu demee la li na xula na Solo si loolu.
I quarrel with Solo on this thing.
The question is not what happened afterwards. The question is what happened at that time. You could have refused to say, I am not a jungler. I am not part of you. I will not do this.
Li nga wax day waxuñ la xew gannaaw ba de dañu wax li nga xew xam ne moo xew jamono jooju nga demee gis li xew mënoon ngaa wax ne man duma jongul la lii bokkuma ci.
Because xam nañ ne always la wone patrol boo amul si benn excuse pour nga bañ.
Because they know that if they ask you
you are not
patrol, you have
answering
no
the
excuse.
question.
Laajte tontu loolu ma la laaj de.
I myself, I didn't know this was what was going on.
You think they were going for a picnic?
Foog nga ne dañ doon dem picnic rek.
Because man dama foog ne it's a normal patrol. Man loolu la foogoon.
Okay.
For me, I thought that it was just a normal patrol.
When these people were herded and bound together and forced in that tiny cabin, the tiny back of this vehicle, you knew it was something serious.
bi nga gisee ni ñooñu ñu jël leen dal di leen takkante sànni leen ci biir gannaaw moto bu xat boobu noonu waroon ngaa xam ne lii day mbir xew-xew la boo xam ne caaxaan.
You knew it was something serious.
amoon nga ne mbir la bu garaaw.
It was wrong.
That day, it's wrong.
That day, I knew it was wrong.
You chose to go along with
amoon nga
them.
ne baaxut waaye nga ànd ak ñoom ci liñ doon def.
True or false?
dëgg la wala déet.
Hey, dégg nga li ma wax.
Déedéet nga ne xamoon naa ko woon. Nga ne ma xamoon naa ko. Ma xamoo ko woon de.
I knew it. I didn't know it.
waaye ca jamono jooja waxtu boobu ngeen fa taxawee xam nga lan moo doon xew xam nga ne demu leen woon pique-nique.
loolu laa la wax nii moo tax ma ne man ñu bu ñoo ñëw su ma gars yi briefé lii mooy xew du ma ñëw.
Mr. Witness, nobody is asking you about what happened in Kanilai or along the way. You are being asked this question. At that point, standing at Baba, the place you call Baba Job's residence, these West African migrants were being tied together and forced in your vehicle. You knew that it was a serious operation.
seede bi laajuñ la la xew Kanilai de wala li xew ci yoon bi ba ngeen eggee ci béréb boobu ngaa wax ne mooy këri Baba Job gis nga ñu jël ay nit takkalante leen da di leen fudda ci gannaaw moto boo xam ne yow mi yaa ko doon dawal te ba nga gisee loolu xamoon nga ne ah lii day moom mbir mu doy waar la.
True or false?
It's true. It's true, it's not correct, it's not normal.
And you chose to go along with them.
Nga dal di tànn nag ànd ak ñoom ci liñ doon def.
Order li ma wàññi patrol.
That was the order that we are going for a patrol.
But you knew that what you guys were doing was unlawful.
Wa xamoon nga ne nag jamono jooju li ngeen doon def day àndut ak luwa.
Pour man fii la ko xamee.
For me, that's here I knew.
Man fii la ko xamee man pour man fii la xamee ne li ñu def correctul.
That's the time I knew that what they were doing is not correct.
Let me ask you, have you ever been tied up with a rope?
Man laaj la ndax yow mi mus nañ la takka ak buum?
No.
If that were to happen, would you be happy with it?
Su loolu xewoon ndax ding ci kontaan?
Man sa kontaan ma si.
I'm not even happy with that.
And you know that is unlawful? You know it's against the law?
Xamoon nga ne li ñoo def noonu day àndut ak luwa?
Yes.
What is this? And you chose to go along with them, knowing that what they were doing was unlawful.
Nga dal di tànn nag ànd ak ñoom ci liñ doon def te xamoon nga ne àndut ak luwa.
Su nekkoon lii la xam naa ko duma dem.
If at all I knew it was this thing, I will not go.
Duma dem. Waaye am nga soldat moom always night patrol duma bañ.
You know, soldiers, at night patrol you cannot refuse.
The question is not what happened before. The question is what happened at that time when they were already put in your vehicle. You knew that this was wrong, it was unlawful.
Laajuñ la li nga xam ne moo xew balaa loolu de liñ la laaj mooy ci jamono boobu la doon xew bañ leen takkee dugal la sa moto boo xam ne yaa ko doon dawal xamoon nga ne lii àndut ak luwa.
I know it was not lawful.
And you knew that.
xamoon nga ko.
Ni ko xam luwa gañ di nga xam ne lii moom correctul.
If somebody who knows the law knows that this is not lawful.
Ku xamut luwa sax xam na ne loolu jaarut yoon. Good. All right. And you decided, with full knowledge that this was unlawful, you decided to go along with them.
Terewut de xamoon nga peng ne liñ doon def àndut ak luwa waaye terewut nga ànd cee ñoom ci liñ doon def.
True or false?
Dëgg wala déet?
True.
Good. If you answer questions more directly, it becomes easy. We don't have to go around and around. Duñ am pour ñaay palanteer mba top dara pour to get the answers. Okay. So, and then you got into your vehicle.
Wow.
And when we entered the vehicle, then Solo asked me to start.
And then what happened?
Then we went up to Kanilai.
How many vehicles? With how many captives?
2 vehicles. All the 2 pickups were loaded.
Okay, and then what happened?
When we arrived at Kanilai,
roundabout before, so Kanilai.
At the roundabout, when entering Kanilai, I asked Solo, where are these people going to? He asked me to take a ban.
Did he answer to your question?
Because
so he did not respond to you apart from saying demal rek demal.
Because
He always tell me is that you are just a driver, just go.
Okay, and then what happened?
We went to,
at the back of the mini stadium, the park. When we reached there, he said stop.
At this time, where was Yaya Jammeh?
He was in Kanilai.
So proceed, please. You went to the mini stadium in Kanilai. How far is it from Yaya Jammeh's residence in Kanilai?
Stadium ndaw bobu nga xamne mo nek Kanilai. Naka la sori wante ak fa nga xamne moy kër Yaya Jammeh ba Kanilai.
It is a bit far.
How far?
No,
I cannot.
Mr. Witness,
I know it's far.
The commission would visit Kanilai, and these places would not shift. They would be permanent places, so you'd be able to find them. We would give you a piece of paper. Just draw and show us where these places are located in Kanilai. Just the main landmarks in Kanilai. No. This is you testifying. So you pinpoint the locations, not him. Show us Jammeh's place in Kanilai. Show us the crocodile pond, and show us the. Of course, you know the crocodile pond.
I cannot draw the schedule. I cannot draw. That's why I asked him to draw.
Put the points on that document. Okay, if you want him to write the names for you, he would write the names for you. But no, you put the points first. And you tell him this point is point this.
Yow sa boppa bindal place bi fi moy fi bo bëgge mu bindal la tour yi nak mu bindal la ko.
If Kanilai is not big, how could any place in Kanilai be too far away from the other?
Kanilai ka xam na ñu reuyut bon naka la béré bi di sori wante.
Show us is it the mini stadium or the park, whatever it is called. So tell him the names of places and he will write them.
Sorry, but then. Family story building.
Council, I know we skipped the bio details today, but when he came on the 9th of July 2020, did he indicate in the bio details that he was literate?
No.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Could you write his name down and let him sign it?
Bindal turam ci suuf bu ko defee moom mu sign ko.
And date it. Would you agree, Mr. Sillah?
Dinga anda man, Mr. Sillah.
That
Ne.
Yaya Jammeh's residence in Kanilai is within the premises where you have the main entrance.
Yaya Jammeh dekuwaay ba Kanilai mu ngi ci fi nga xam ne fa nga amee fi nga duggee.
Yes, it's at the main entrance.
And between Yaya Jammeh's house and the mini stadium, could you give us the distance, a guesstimate of the distance, assuming that this premises is Yaya Jammeh's residence? How far from here would be the mini stadium?
Na di ñu mëna wax digënté mini stadium bi ak dëkkuwaay Yaya Jammeh ci misaal daal mel ni fii mooy kër Yaya Jammeh.
Then be around 30.
Around 30?
30 what?
30 kilometers.
Are you kidding me?
Or 20.
You are a driver.
Yow driver nga de.
20 kilometers.
Ñaar fukki kilometers.
Do you know that between here and Banjul is about 8 kilometers?
Am nga ne file Banjul juróom ñetti kilometers rek la.
Two kilometers because the distance 2 kilometers.
The distance is 2 kilometers.
Bundi kër Yaya Jammeh ak Pagu si boppam bi Sindol Hotel. Sindol Hotel si mais
Yaya Jammeh resident up to the Sindola, around 2 kilometers. It's up to 2 kilometers.
I'm not talking about Sindola. I'm talking about the ministry.
Ministerium bi lola benen mi entrance yépp ak ci ko highway bi mu ngay compter dem be pele yépp non la. Man check na yépp.
I check all.
And what does it say? What was your result?
2 kilometers because dama def yépp 00.
It's 2 kilometers.
Dama ko test.
2 kilometers.
So living yo some nga def investigation nga set.
Yes,
you can even make your investigation and see.
We will. Okay, so it's not 20 or 30 kilometers, it's 2 kilometers. And you said that you knew that because you have tested it.
You can even confirm it.
You said you came to know that because you have tested it.
And my vehicle, what it gives me.
And what your meter gave you was 2 kilometers. Then why did you tell the commission that it was 30 kilometers?
When?
Well, you just did.
Then you're going to check set. You
asked me to check.
We asked you what is the distance. You said 30 kilometers.
Okay.
And you were challenged now, and you brought it down to 2 kilometers. And you said the only reason why you knew it was 2 kilometers is because you did the measurement.
Yes, that's it.
You measured it. And you knew the distance. And you came here and told the commission that it was 30 kilometers. Why did you choose to lie?
I didn't lie.
Was that the truth?
What I said is that
the 30 kilometers was it? Look, 30 kilometers. Is that true? or is it false?
Dëgg la wala fen?
So the 30 kilometers is a lie.
Then you take the other one. You don't want the one. I told you what I know, you said no.
Mr. Witness, you are here to speak the truth. Is it 2 kilometers or is it 30 kilometers?
2 kilometers.
2 kilometers.
So when you said 30 kilometers, that was not correct.
I made a mistake. It's not that I lied, but I mistake.
But how could you make a mistake on something that you have measured and you knew exactly that it was 2 meters, 2 kilometers?
Everybody used to forget.
Okay. Mr. Witness, you said it was 30 kilometers. That was a mistake. You turned around and said it was 20 kilometers. That too was a mistake. But you only realize now that you had measured it and it was 2 kilometers. You want us to believe you?
Now you just see.
You just lied. But
I didn't lie, but just
two
check.
Can't be both true.
No, I didn't lie.
Danga wahu dega rek way fenulo.
Stop it.
Ken sagu la fi. Danga wahu dega.
Just you must.
Oh, danga buga ñu rafetal ko. Mr. Sillah, stop playing games. You playing to the gallery, okay? You playing to the gallery. You see, here we don't maslaha the truth. When you lie, and we call you out for lying. Okay, so let's move on. 2 kilometers away from Jammeh's residence. And Yaya Jammeh was there. True or false?
Yeah, he was in Kanilai.
And he was in his residence.
Yes, he was there.
So you guys, you went to this place, the mini stadium. Where exactly around the mini stadium?
It
was Solo who directed me. It was inside the bush. Because it's Solo who knows that place.
Why didn't you refuse to go?
How can I refuse? It was an order.
You knew fully well at this time that these people were going to be killed.
When we reached there, that's the time I know that these people are going to kill them.
Mr. Witness, you removed people from Baba Job's house. You had your members of your party, members of your team, communicating with Yaya Jammeh and communicating with the DG of NIA. And they were tied and bundled inside vehicles. They were driven all the way to Kanilai and put in the forest. You think they were going there to have fun?
yow de da ngeen ñëw jël ay nit eplen takal leen dugal leen ci biir moto te yaa ngi dégg sa ay nit yi nga àndal ñu ngey jokkoo ak Yaya Jammeh ñu ngey jokkoo ak ki nga xam ne mooy Daba Marena léegi ñu jël leen takal leen yóbbu leen Kanilai dugal leen ci biir àlla ndax foog nga ne foofu caaxaan lañ fa doon defi.
It's not normal. It's not normal.
It was not normal.
Not only was it abnormal, it was clear that these people were going to be executed.
That is true.
And
clear truth.
You decided to continue.
That's true.
And then you took them deeper into the forest.
So guided me saying that go until where he wanted. That's the time he asked me to stop. Those who were in my vehicle, they came out and put these people down.
Who brought them down?
Solo Malijata
and Sanamanjal.
In the meantime, where was the second vehicle?
It was at the back.
And that vehicle too, what happened?
When they shot this in the first vehicle, the second vehicle came. But in my vehicle, when Solo untied them, that Ghanaian who came and testified here, he came out from my vehicle and ran away. Then I was standing, I was watching him running away.
You see, the irony here is Malik Jatta sat there, he said, oh, yes, here he was, I saw him. He ran.
You didn't drop from that end.
Hold a second. You didn't know what I was going to say. Malik said the guy dropped off and he just passed him. And, he was running away and he just stood there. Malik Mune. He felt sorry for him and he didn't do anything.
Malik Mune, mungi taxaw waji bi mo daw ni la ko rombe waye daf ko bayre di ko xol ndaxte daf ko yere mo.
That is not true. If Malik should have seen him, he would have killed him. The pickup. Those people dropping from this side. Those at this other side. Then Solo has already untied them. That's the time this boy jumped. And he was running. I was standing at the door of my vehicle watching him.
The fire.
That's the time Solo ran after him and started shooting. But what Malik Jatta was saying, if Malik Jatta should have seen him, he would have killed him.
But equally you, if you should have seen him, you would have killed him.
I was standing leaning on my vehicle and I saw him running.
That's also exactly what Malik Jatta said.
Malik Jatta itam lolu nga wax ni lolu la wax.
Malik Jatta, then they all took these people inside. Malik Jatta was lying. He didn't say anything.
But Malik too would say you were lying.
Malik tam mun na wax
according to Malik, all of you who were there shot these people, these victims. All of you.
Malik lim wax de moy yeen ñepp da ngeen fetel ñi.
I have never shot. I have never.
Okay.
Well, if Malik said so, he's lying.
Tell us step by step what happened for these people to be killed.
Wax ñu ben lan mo xew bañ ray ñi.
Because Solo started fire guy.
When Solo brought these people down, that's the time I saw him start firing on them.
I'm not going fire the code.
As one he shot that person fell in the well. And he was crying.
Grenade fire was
That's the time they took a grenade and fired on him.
Who did that?
Malik.
Malik who?
Jatta.
Malik Jatta.
And what was the effect of shooting a grenade inside the well when this person had just been shot and he dropped in the well but was not dead?
Lan moy won jeriñi jël bomb diko sanni ci bir teen bi fekk.
What was the effect? What was the effect?
Naka la mujjé
biñ jëlé grenade sanni ko ci bir teen bi xamné amna kuñ fetel ba pare sanni ko ci bir teen bi te deeyut lan mo xew ba lolu xewé bañ sanni grenade bi fofu
bi ko dafa dégal noise sambi
because he had his noise. He was wailing.
And then what happened when he threw the grenade in there?
Am jëlé bomba ba sanni ko ci bir teen ba lu xew.
No.
That's how he died.
What happened for you to believe that the person died?
Lana xew ba tax ngeen gëm ne kooku dee na kiñ sànni ci teen bi dee na.
Because after kenn déggul yu bi.
At the end, nobody heard him screaming again.
What happened to the grenade?
Bomb grenade boobu ngeen fa sànni lu ci xew.
It exploded.
With this person inside?
Because Mali mo found grenade launcher bi. It will explode.
And after that explosion, did you hear any movement again or any cries inside that well?
Ba ngeen sànnee bomb bi ba pare nag dégg ngeen benn yëngatu wala benn jooy ci biir teen bi.
How did you really feel that this person already shot and has been dropped in the well? A grenade is thrown inside the well. That explosion, how did you feel?
Léegi yow loo yëg nit kii mu ngi nii fetel nañ ko ba pare sànni ko ci biir teen bi gannaaw loolu tam ñu dal di jëlaat beneen bomb jam ko ko.
It was not normal. Killing somebody like that, a fellow human being.
And how about the others? What happened to them?
Léegi ñeneen ñi nag lu leen dal.
ñooñu xam naa ñoom sax ñoom duñ ko feel waaye xam nga rek man that day sama ma posé maa ngi such kind of things in this one.
Maybe for the others they will not even feel it, but for me that was my first time seeing those kind of things.
And what happened to the 8 other people?
Yeneen juróom
8 other West Africans?
Yeneen juróom ñett ñi ngeen jàppoon nag ñoom lu ci xew.
ñu leen bunu boobu.
They were taken to Bundung Bohol.
No. I am talking about this particular occasion. In your vehicle were 10 people. You told us that one escaped. And one was shot and pushed inside the well. Wow. And the person was screaming. Then a grenade was dropped in the well by Malik, and it exploded.
Malik jata dal di jël bomb sanni ko ci biir teen bi mu dal di explode.
What happened to the other 8 who were in your vehicle?
Léegi nag juróom ñetta ci des ñoom lu leen dal.
They brought them down and killed all of them.
How was the killing done?
Naka lañ leen reyee?
Because
That's how my vehicle was just stopped parked this way. This is the distance.
And then what happened?
Because solo mo ñoo rek ak ñom Malik Jata gañu boob rek yobu rek fatel rek gaay sanen.
They will just come and pick.
Even from taxaw sama moto bi da nga ñu boom comme sort sana here.
They just shot and threw them.
Da nga def suñu daano noise bi ñu def. Am ko dégg because sama taxaw mo fuñ taxaw ak fuñ sané fatel sama ko taxaw.
We would give you another. Could you sketch your vehicle and the well and where these people were standing? Malik Jata, Solo Bojang, and Sana Manjang. Malik Jata, Solo Bojang, and Sana Manjang, fin tahawon. Ak yow fi sa moto bi tahaw ak teen bi fan la nekkon. Mr. Witness. Sir? Stop this nonsense. Okay? You are not testifying before Mr. Kambi. You are testifying before the commission. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And sign and date the document. Where you were behind the mini stadium, were you hearing what was going on in Yaya Jammeh's residence in Kanilai? Ngeen nekké ci gannaaw stadium bobu nonu ndax yeen ak doon xew lay xew dégalé xew kër Yaya Jammeh fofu Kanilai.
Yes, we used to.
What were
we used to hear it.
Music mo play comme way jola ni
There was a music, this Jola music. We usually hear it.
So what was going on in Kanilai at that time?
Xana jamono bobu lan mo doon xew Kanilai?
Bukarabu mo fa nekkon ci bir kër bi fofu.
I was a Bukarabu at the main compound there.
So at the forest you were hearing this Bukarabu going on.
Bon ba nga nekk ci àll ba yéen a ngi dégg Bukarabu bi tëgga.
Yes, we wish
very clearly.
Mu ngi leeroon nañ.
We used to hear the drums and the whistle.
And while these festivities were going on in Yaya Jammeh's home in Kanilai, what were you people busy doing?
Ba xumbeel bi doon xew ca dëkkuwaay Yaya Jammeh foofa Kanilai yéen lan ngeen doon def jamono boobu.
Answer the question.
Okay.
Wow.
Ba Yaya Jammeh gaayam yi di noos Kanilai di tega seen Bukarabu di feycoo yéen sa groupe bi yow Malick Jatta Solo Bojang Sanama Jang lan ngeen doon def ci àll ba foofu?
That's the time they were killing the Ghanaians.
And in your vehicle, all the other 8 were also executed. Was it Solo alone or was it the group?
Solo
was there, Malick Jatta was there, and Sanamanjang. Solo was the senior man there.
You don't have to answer this question. You have a right not to incriminate yourself. But if you lie also, the commission may take that against you. Did you shoot anybody?
I have never shot anyone. Since the TRC started, all junglers came here.
Are you basing your answer on the premise that nobody has said you shot anybody, or are you basing your answer on the truth?
Yow sa tontu bi dang ko wër ci ne ñi fi joxe sédé yépp kenn tuddul la ne fetel nga wala dang ko wër ci ne dëgg mom ngay wax.
If I have shot, I would have been here. I would have said it here that I have shot.
So you did not shoot anybody?
No.
Bon fetelulo ken.
Even if I did it, why will I take to replace my round? Where will I get it? Because if I go back to State House without the round complete, they will not take it. Because the way you receive your round at the Amory, that's the same way you should return it, and it should be counted.
My friend, you went on a state authorized operation, correct?
Why da ngeen demone ci liggéey bo xamné ñom ñoo la ko santa?
Just answer my question. You went on a state authorized operation. True or false? So this issue of expending a round or a bullet was a non-consideration.
I know I didn't do it.
So what happened to the people in the other vehicle?
The same thing.
They did the same thing to them.
Who
did the same to them?
Because solo I didn't
know those who were at the same at that other vehicle. But Solo gave them order to shoot them.
And what happened to them?
They killed all of them. And they threw them inside the well.
Okay. So now you have, from a batch of 20, you have 19 casualties.
Yes, they killed all of them.
And then what happened after that?
Then Solo said, let's go back home.
And then? And then?
And we spend the night.
Take it step by step. Stop jumping. Okay. Yes, and where did you go?
Fan ngeen dem bi ngeen ñibé?
Then they were Kanilai.
We went back to Kanilai.
And then what happened when you arrived in Kanilai?
Ba ngeen éggé Kanilai lu xew?
Solo du wana kër bi.
Solo entered in the compound and said that he is going to the HE.
To do what?
I am going to follow the
Hey, stop bile dilly dally. Tell us the truth. What happened?
Wax ñu dëgg bi lu xew?
What did he go to do?
Lan la dem defi?
Maybe he went there to brief him.
Maybe, or he went there to brief him.
Mun na am wala dafa dem pour wax ko li xew.
What you said is that
Man waxuma ko de yaa ko wax.
said whatever you said is
I did not say it. You said it.
Yow mi yaa ko wax.
Solo went inside the compound and he said that he's going to the
Nobody is asking about what he got from there. He went to report to Yaya Jammeh, mission accomplished, what you and his team had already done. The killing of 19 West African migrants. That's what happened.
Fa jëlee de mooy da ngeen dem pour wax ko ne li ñu santoon def nañ ko lam leen def loo def ngeen ko mooy rey ngeen fukk ak juróomi
fukk ak juróom ñeneent. True or false?
Dëgg wala déet?
Yes.
Did the festivities stop?
Xumbeel ba fa doon xew nag ca kër Yaya Jammeh ndax taxoon na mu bàyyi?
It didn't stop.
The music and dance continued.
Music bi ak fecca bi moom dafa continuer.
When you people had just executed 19 West Africans.
Xumbeel ba dal di continuer fekk yéen rey ngeen fukk ak juróom ñeneenti nit.
That's what happened.
Loolu moo xew.
What?
What you said is true.
Do you know a person called Aliou Jeng?
Xam nga ku ñoo wax Aliou Jeng?
Yes, I know him.
Was he there?
Mu fa woon.
I cannot share.
How about Fansu Nyabali?
Fansu Nyabali nag?
Those Nyabali people, they were not in Kanilai.
But they were there, weren't they?
Why ñu nga fa woon de ndax
How about Oya?
Oya nag?
Omar Jallow?
I have no idea at all.
I don't have any idea about it.
I must have been idea to you.
Well, how did you feel when you returned to Kanilai, having witnessed the most terrible crime that had happened in the country up to that period, and you went back to music and dance and
that's
lan nga yëg gannaaw boo leen defee tafaar gu ñaaw bi nga xam ne jamono jooju xew-xew bu xew Gambia boobu mu ci gën a ñaaw ngeen def ko ba pare dal di dem teewee ji nag ay fecc ak it ay musique loo yëg jamono
man keroog lu gën a sama yaram sa bëri na.
I lost a lot. I thought about a lot.
How about Yaya Jammeh? Did he participate in the festivities?
Yaya Jammeh ndax mu ngi bokkoon ci xumbeel boobu doon am?
He was not there.
He was not participating in the dancing?
Bokkutoon ci fecca gi.
But the dancing was happening in his residence?
Waaye nag mu ngi doon xewee biir dëkkuwaayam.
But of course, they had the gunshots and the record launchers.
Waaye day dégg nañ bali soxeeku ak bom yi sànni.
Am nga fu waa Casamance surut.
You know, that place is not far away from Casamas.
But of course, the stadium, the mini stadium is closer.
And it's not far away from Casamas.
Mr. Witness, bombs and gunshots would not be happening near Kanilai, and for Yaya Jammeh to stay calm if he did not know where they were coming from.
Ay bom ak ay bali fetel du soxé ko Kanilai fekk Yaya Jammeh dal di tok rek ak xel mu dal fekk xamut bom yoyu ak bal yoyu fan la joggé.
Is that to be believed?
Lolu mën nañ ko gëm.
He knew what was going on.
Xamon na li xew.
He knew that his killers were busy killing on his instructions.
Xamon na ne day ray katami ñu ngi doon ray ci ndigalam.
In Kanilai.
Ca Kanilai.
True or false?
Diga wala deed.
Yes,
So
it's true.
answer clearly. Remove your hand and answer clearly. True or false?
Sorry, munga alifin ma dégg bu baax. Dela sa ma dégg la bu baax.
Mr. Witness.
Yo ma ne lu ma dégg ma la laaj. Wali wax ma dégg wax répéter wa ma waxat ko.
Okay, I will do it again. Yaya Jammeh was there in Kanilai, correct?
Kanilai.
Yaya Jammeh mu ngi won Kanilai du nonu.
Wow.
The gunshots could be heard from his residence in Kanilai.
Te fam togo nonu ca Kanilai ca dekk wayam ba mu ngi doon dégg bali fetel yi.
Mun na mu dégg na ko.
Maybe he has had
Because
he had
no
it,
se fete da fam dole gudi.
because the gunshot is always loud at night.
And a minimum of 20 bullets were fired.
Te lum new ñaar fukki bal mom soxi nañ ko.
Correct?
Da deed.
Wa ñom kan sànni nañ bal xama ñaar lañ sànni nañ.
Okay.
Yes, there was gunshot. I didn't know how many, but there was gunshot.
A minimum of 20 gunshots were fired.
Lum new ñaar fukki bal soxi nañ ko.
Anga dafa depend yo li nga xam 20 shot 20 bullet dafa depend.
Depend
On what?
Boron su ko defee single shot benn boron su ko defee automatic moom amaana nageen more than 20.
if at all is a single shot, it can be only 20, but if at all is automatic, it could be more than 20.
You are not listening.
Déglu lo de.
A minimum of 20 bullets were expended.
Dama ne lum new ñaar fukki bal mom soxi nañ ko.
Yàgg na sax.
Yes, it's
There
true.
is no way Yaya Jammeh would not hear
Lolu amul dara nuñ ko mëna defé te Yaya Jammeh déggu.
these gunshots.
Déggut bali fetel yoyu.
And there's no way he would not have heard the sound, the explosion of the grenade.
Te amul ben pexé bo xamné dina bom bobu ñu sanni déggut ko.
You agree?
Anda nga ci.
Yes.
And he knew, of course, that it was his soldiers who were doing the killing he instructed them to do.
Oron na ko peng ne soldaram yi ñoo doon def rey googu nga xam ne moom moo leen ko defloo.
True?
Dëgg la.
Mun na am tamit.
Maybe it could be.
Well, Solo went and briefed him, didn't he?
Waaw Solo dellu na
Solo
pour
dem na ko
xamal ko.
xamul lu fa jëlee dem na fa de xamul lu fa jëlee.
Solo went there, but I didn't know what he discussed.
Let me ask you this, Mr. Witness. Do you think during Yaya Jammeh's time, a soldier would have the audacity to take a single person to Kanilai and shoot the person dead without Yaya Jammeh's authorization?
Waaw déglu ma laaj la de seede bi fokk nga ne jamono Yaya Jammeh kenn am na fiti ñeme boo xam ne di nga jël benn nit rek yóbbu ko ba Kanilai nga fetel ko foofu rey ko te Yaya Jammeh xamu ci dara.
Li nga wax tamit mun naa am xam naa leen tamit comme ñoo kii.
Hey, stop dilly-dallying. Just answer the question.
Loolu la wax
Answer the question.
Boobu moo man boobu moo xam dara waaye xam naa ne leen moom.
No, I didn't know that one.
Look,
But what I know
it's
is
not about whether you know or don't know. Does anybody have the audacity to do that? Or did anybody have the audacity to do that during that time?
Mun naa am.
maybe.
Mun naa am bi ko bëgg a tumu tam mun naa def yeneen yoo xam ne sa yaay mi du ko yëg.
Maybe because Tumbul can even do some things
Mun naa
that
def yeneen fekk yaay mi sa yëgu ko.
Yaya Jammeh will not be aware of.
On this particular occasion, Yaya Jammeh was aware.
Waa déglu de loolu xewoon moom Yaya Jammeh yëg na ko.
And you know that Yaya Jammeh was aware.
Yow xamoon nga ne Yaya Jammeh yëg na ko.
This is not me testifying. This is you testifying. Yaya Jammeh was aware of this. Yaya Jammeh gave the instructions. You know that, didn't you? You are scared to say the truth.
I have nothing to fear.
Well, you're not here to die. So tell us the truth. Yaya Jammeh was aware. He was the one pulling the strings. He gave the orders.
That one I didn't have any idea. I know that Tumbul is the one who gave the order, and I don't know where Tumbul picked this order from.
Well, from where would Tumbul get the orders?
Tumbul fan la wara jëlé ndigal li.
Tumbul sama momo xam man xama fu ñu man driver rek.
Tumbul knew, but I didn't know. I'm just a driver.
Games, you knew that Tumbul would only get these orders from Yaya Jammeh.
Sédé bi yow on na la peng ne Tumbul ndigal li ci Yaya Jammeh rek la ko wara mëna jëlé.
True or false?
Dëgg la wala déet?
No.
Maybe.
Is it true or false?
Dëgg la wala déet?
Because I'm telling you that I didn't know anything, but still now you said.
Along the way, Solo Bojang was speaking to Yaya Jammeh, wasn't he?
Solo Bojang mu doon wax Yaya Jammeh.
So obviously, it must have been about that particular operation, wasn't it?
That operation.
The further operation.
Correct?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Because
and you went up to Yaya Jammeh's backyard to do these killings of 19 people. You think anybody in this country would have done that at that time without Yaya Jammeh's knowledge? You're just shaking your head. Answer the question.
I know that Tumbul.
You see, Mr. Witness, what you're trying to do, you are so afraid to say that Yaya Jammeh knew it.
Yaya
Jammeh gave an order. I have nothing to fear.
Okay, let's do it this way. You said Yaya Jammeh. Listen, you did say a moment ago that Yaya Jammeh was briefed, wasn't he?
Te tumuta bunya pado tumuta masmo honne Yaya Jammeh moje order ma tax mané ko li conseiller Yaya Jammeh moje order bo amal ma ci ragal
all is Yaya Jammeh give this order I will stand here at this commission and say
man deug mako sax
Yaya Jammeh give this order
te ko sama pour sax nga réma sa té mo gën luma dego degu mako.
What I didn't hear it.
Do you realize that you yourself, Tumbul Tamba, Sana Manjang, Malik Jata, you are all murderers?
Ndax yow xam nga ne yow mi ci sa boppa Tumbul Tamba Sana Manjang Malik Jatta yeen ñepp ay reykati nit ngeen.
I was not part of it.
Well, you drove them to their death, didn't you?
Wa ya leen yobbu de fañ leen reyé.
Because li ma wax because dama patrol.
That's what I was told.
Okay.
Because if I was told that they are going to kill these people, I will not go.
And the next day what happened?
Sa election nak lu xew?
The same thing happened.
And where were you?
Fo nekkon?
Because tumo order ma rejo dem len patrol. Tumo ci mo sok ubigem skill la dey brief solo la dey brief.
Only brief solo.
The next day what happened? Did you go back on patrol?
Dem wana bi ma fa nekkon man rek ma fa nek as a driver ma fa nekkon.
I was the only one as a driver.
Okay. And you went, where did you go this time around?
The same place.
And did you go past Mandina Ba? Just answer questions. And when you arrived at Mandina Ba, you realized that you were going outside your jurisdiction, correct? Did you refuse to go this time around?
I quarreled with him.
Did you refuse to go?
Ndax bañ nga pour dem.
In Kanila, different patrol. Kanila that day, Kanila.
I was told at Kanila that we are going for a different patrol.
Who told you a different patrol?
Kan mo la ko wax?
So you arrived at Mandinaba.
Madeng gis mo bo Mandinaba.
Okay.
Because you get new judge. If
they are doing their things, they never tell you.
But you getting agitated. Take it easy.
Defal ndanka.
You realized at that stage also that, well, what happened the day before is happening again.
Because man that day, first day,
for the first day, I thought that it is finished.
Why that is always sugar there's operation. Do you must talk one in a deal and the camouflage and we are going for patrol.
What they usually camouflage with
that day, Lima when you Solomon when you jail different route, you get patrol.
But when you translate to film nekani. What they usually camouflage us is that we are only going for a patrol, but they never tell us that we are going for to do these things.
Mr. Chair, it's 2:15. I got carried away. I'm sorry. We overran the time. Perhaps this is a point we should stop for lunch, and then we would come back after 1 hour.
Would you be ready for a 3 o'clock return?
Yes.
Okay, fine. If you're going to do that, then
thank you.
But it is frightening and shocking. I want to know from the witness when one of the captives was shot and then thrown into the well. Who was it who threw in a grenade?
Malik Jatta.
Malik Jatta threw a grenade and it exploded in the well?
Of course, sir.
In the Gambia?
Yes, sir.
We will come back at 3 o'clock. Thank you.